You told me that you were talking about that you were putting everybody in a room, and then I'd ask you, when did the design start?
Okay, and then the design started in actually end of 16, and we started to work, end of 17, because the movement was ready in 17, and here we are in 2019, so the design went pretty fast, but the brief on the design was, show the craft of our people, show how far we could go into details, and make the watch almost impossible to copy.
Good. Was it designed internally, or did you use an external designer?
It was an internal designer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the first time when you saw the idea, but did you say, was it done and you said, okay, we take it, or how often did you?
No, it went pretty quick, because on the first we had already the good vibe. It was almost there. We changed a few things on the lugs, a little thing on the crown, but it was almost there.
Okay.
Then they had to refine all details.
Yeah, but the main task for the guys was to say, okay, make something happen that really brings out all the savoir-faire of the maison.
Exactly. Do you know so much? I'm
you
amazed.
told me. I'm just repeating you. I'm listening.
But were you in my office or doing something, or what? Were you hiding somewhere?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to be sometimes beside of guys deciding.
But you never call me, you know, and I miss that a lot, actually. Yeah.
François.
Yeah.
Next time I will. It's busy to get you on the phone. That sometimes I try, but then we type a text message. But
yeah, but if you call me around 6 in the morning, you'll get me on the phone.
Okay,
I will
take me. So if you want to talk to Monsieur François-Henry Bennahmias, 6 in the morning, Central European time.
Yes, for quality time, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's actually pretty easy for me.
Yeah, you sure?
Oh yeah.
Are you someone who wakes up and is clear, ready to go?
In 2 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
I have a little bit of a delay in the morning.
Yeah, but when you and I will live together, actually I'll help you change that. There are a few tricks that actually help you to, when you wake up, to be ready.
Normally what I do, I put on my shoes and I go running. And then when I'm out about the first 10-15 minutes when I run,
you're still sleeping.
No, horrible, because I say to myself, how stupid are you to do this? But then it is
But you run every day?
Not every day, but if I can, yes.
Okay.
I just try to stay fit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you are fit. I'm not.
But you look good.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not important, fit you're in the head. In our age, everything happens in the mind, and the whole thing is a mind game. You agree, huh?
Big time, but body is important. So I'm going to work on this. By the way, this is the first time I'm going to take away. I'm going to vanish from the 31st of January to the March 2nd. I'm vanishing from planet watchmaking. I'm out. I'm going away. Nobody's going to be able to find me or talk to me.
Yeah. You're going to Chile, somewhere in the desert?
No. I don't even know. I forgot where I go. You won't know. No, okay, Pumpkin? Okay.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about strategy of distribution. You're getting away from the saloon, from the SIHH. A decision I can understand, as when I follow what you're doing for many years. But what, in terms of distribution and your plans of how to continue with Audemars Piguet? 40,000, the limit still? So
40,000 is the last year, because I said that we would make only 40,000 watches for 5 years in 2015. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is it. So which means that the 2,000 pieces of code 1159 made for 2019, 2,000 roughly, are taking quantities away from the Rylock and offshore collection. And 2020 we'll start to reopen the gates a little bit, but we cannot increase drastically. It doesn't work this way. So maybe we'll be at 42,500 or 43,000. So it remains very, very small anyway. We've ended up the year at the lowest inventory ever. So it's almost to the point where it's not right, because people go to stores and we say a lot more times no than yes, and there are not enough watches in the boutiques, so it's not good. We have to work on this.
But it guarantees you that the watches are sold for a correct price.
Yes, but there is a level where you want to be able to say yes a bit more often than no,
not
because then
frustrations.
Exactly, because frustrations are very difficult to manage, as we've seen.
No, but François, the honest answer you gave me, really, I love it. When you first said that you were touched, you could have said something. Who cares? This guy.
No,
I like it.
No.
I like your being so honest and being so relaxed and being so straightforward.
But let's put it this way. My ultimate dream now I'm taking a risk because maybe if Aurelia was here, she's in charge of media for the company, she would forbid me to say what I'm going to say.
Is someone really forbidding you anything?
Sure.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small. But I would have loved actually to get the biggest haters, okay?
All here. And discuss with them.
Sure, to have an open discussion.
Yeah, of course.
Look at the watches, talk to me, let's talk about why, but in front of everybody, in front of people. Okay, I would have loved that.
Coming back to the question, 42,000 or a little bit more frustration, and retail-wise, are you trying to get more out of retail?
Sure, we got to keep consolidating our distribution network. The goal is actually to be fully under the Audemars Piguet roof within the next 3 to 5 years. There might be few exceptions, few, but that's our goal. We want to control the customer experience. We want to control how we talk about the brand. It's too important. But it doesn't mean that we are not going to work with retailers because we are actually partnering with the best. So we are going into joint ventures or franchise, and we want to develop this even more. But it's under the Audemars Piguet umbrella.
So if you open up a boutique, is it you who is managing the boutique, or are you still trusting partners and they are running the boutique for you?
We trust partners and they got to manage the boutique with us.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're not really building up everything from your side, meaning that you have your own employees, your own locations, your own. You're still partnering and sharing.
Sure,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You thought we were going to...
No, you could have done everything by yourself. By really having only Audemars Piguet employees, only Audemars Piguet contracts, so that everybody is out of the business and everything is fully controlled by.
No, because it's not a matter of being fully controlled. It's a matter of actually being sure that when you go to a store in Los Angeles or when you go to a store in Dubai or in Singapore, the message you hear is the same.
Okay.
Because sometimes we have discrepancies, and discrepancies create other frustrations.
Yeah. The first 2,000 pieces of the 1159 will be when on the market?
So the third of the quantity, so roughly 700 watches, are reaching the market on the first day of February.
Wow. So all about all these guys criticizing could go now and see and
absolutely
feel and
sure. And the thing is, and then we have to be real. Now we have to be real on this, because when we launch watches in the history of the brand, sometimes we launch a new dial or a new movement, but it's one reference or two references. To arrive in the market with 13 references at once, from the automatic to the chrono to the perpetual, tourbillon skeleton, and miniature Peter Super Sonnery, all delivered 15 days after the launch of the SIHH in the world, in 60 boutiques. Logistically speaking, that's serious. No, that's a serious statement. Yeah. I mean, we worked very hard to coordinate everything between the teasing part, the launch, and the deliveries. And that's actually the future of what we're going to build. Tomorrow, when we launch other watches, that's the way we want to do it. We want to be able to have almost the watches in our safe. You talk about it, we deliver.
That's
safe, you talk, we deliver.
Smart, very smart. The boutique concept is now also being pushed forward to the living room concept you're having.
Houses. Yeah, because a house has a living room, but a kitchen, a bathroom.
Okay.
It's not just a living room.
Are you stopping shop windows, and are you going really to have only houses? Or is the shop window in a, let's say, busy street in a downtown area?
No. These houses are on upper floors.
Okay.
And we have 6 now. So we have Hong Kong, Madrid, Milan, Munich, London, New York.
Yes. What is the experience in there?
First of all, it's not a boutique. It's not a store. So you don't see as many watches as you would see in a store.
Okay.
We've organized business breakfast, business lunches, wedding proposals, baby showers, to watch football games, golf games, everything. It's a home out of home.
Okay.
The good thing about it, we found out that people spend at least twice as much time as they would spend in a store. They feel that they can stay a little bit longer. They enjoy it. So we know that we're onto something. Now, am I telling you right now that retail is completely dead the way it has been for decades? No. But are we going to see more changes? Absolutely.
Okay. Is the entry to such a house an Audemars Piguet on the wrist?
No.
No?
You can go.
Yeah, because I have one, I know.
But even without your watch, we're going to welcome you and treat you well.
That's good. So if someone comes to, let's say, Madrid, München, wherever you mentioned, and he's willing to have a drink or something, he's welcome.
Absolutely.
That's a great idea.
Now, if you come to our house in Munich and you say, by the way, I'm Mr. Alexander Linz, for example, I don't own Audemars Piguet, but could you arrange a 3-star Michelin chef dinner for 12 of my friends with white truffle? We might say no.
Okay, if it's a 2-star Michelin, then yes?
No. If you want a glass of water.
No, but if he pays and he wants to use your house?
He could.
Yeah. You could use...
Absolutely.
If think about a really watch freak.
No, but...
wanting to do something special with some friends.
Sure. What we want to do is actually make people feel that it's the Audemars Piguet, home of Jules Audemars and Edouard Piguet, traveling the world.
Yeah. So, bringing them away from buying, giving them a relaxed mindset, and letting people make decisions in an emotional way and not in a situation table. Reseller, buyer.
Sure. And actually the best sales, and I could say that I know how to sell, the best sales are never sales. It's when you don't need to sell, don't want to sell, that you do the best sales.
Yeah, of course.
I've experienced this so many times in my life, and this is what I love to do the most. You relax, you talk, and at one point, eventually it comes.
Yeah,
the more you push, the harder it is actually to work.
Yeah. What would be the next target for you? You have now launched a new collection, you have your desired automatic, your new desired chronograph movement, you're changing distribution, you're bringing it in-house, you're making Audemars Piguet houses. You're revolutionizing a little bit the whole industry with what you're thinking, doing. What would be next for you?
The next step is one, really play with Code 1159 and make sure that this collection now is going to be part of the whole Audemars Piguet brand. So we know already what we're going to launch in 2020, 21 and 22. That's one. On the business side, we're going to go and sell on internet by the end of the year in the United States. So last quarter, we're going to do a test. Not because we want only to sell watches on internet, but that's a new tool to play with. We tried last year in China with JD.com. Worked. Now we're going to start in the US and see what the reaction.
Certified pre-owned also, or only new watches? Both?
No, new watches.
New, okay.
Pre-owned, it's a world that we spoke about also. I spoke about it last year.
Yeah, we were the first to talk about.
Absolutely.
In our interview.
And so we've done a lot of tests, especially in Switzerland. The tests were actually very, very good. So now we are testing in Tokyo, in Singapore, and in New York, because we are learning a lot. And the logistic part of pre-owned is huge. Let me give an example. Let's say we open the gates in Japan, and on the first year, we get 1,600 watches. And I'm saying this on purpose, you're going to understand why. Keep the numbers in your mind, okay? Yeah. 1,600 watches that have to be checked. And if you want to certify our pre-owned watches, they need to get an overhaul. Overhaul 1,600 watches, it's roughly 10 watchmakers. Doing only that, because it's roughly 160 watches per year per watchmaker. So 160 watches, 10 watchmakers, where do I put them? Where do I find them? How do I train them?
Yeah, put would be easier than find.
Okay, so the thing is, when we know we got to do it, we have to be ready with maybe 50, 60 or 80 new hires, trained, because when you open the gates, it's day one, people come.
Yeah.
So this whole thing we are learning every day, and we are planning how to put it together the right way. My take, we won't start worldwide in 2 seconds. It's impossible.
The whole cycle is controlled. Production, design, everything, manufacturing, selling for the right price, selling within their own world, and then also buying back, giving the chance people to sell a watch correctly, getting a correct price, and reselling it. You think it's the industry should, for me, the industry just messed up the whole thing. They should have done it much earlier. Control the entire cycle. Why feed any grey markets? Why feed any guys, opportunistic guys?
But it does apply.
With your valuable goods.
But it does apply for not only the watch world, it does apply for so many things.
Yeah.
You want to be in control of your brand. You, Alexander Linz.
Yes.
You are your brand.
Yes.
So everything you stand for, everything you fight for, everything you work for is you.
Yeah.
You cannot let anybody interfere and say, I'm a sort of new version of Alexander.
No.
So what you stand for is what you put in your business every day. And you want to be in control. That's us on a larger scale, but that's what it is. Sure we want. Absolutely, because we cannot let anybody reinterpret the brand in a way that is not what we stand for.
Yeah.
And Jasmine Audemars is putting good pressure on me every day to remember that, always.
Okay. So 1,600 now.
No, I love when you talk slow like this. It's cute. Actually, it's so sensual. I mean, it's always, I'm always
joking.
caught
No, because
with
you
him.
were so pushy. We keep that number, and it's okay. Still 1,600. That's
Okay.
François, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
When can I then discover next year the novelties? Do I come and see you in Le Brassus for doing presentations, interviews, etc.?
We could.
Do you want? Yeah.
The next way we're going to actually do that is we might actually launch in several cities at the same time.
Okay.
But since you are a good friend of the brand, we're going to show you things maybe ahead.
This would be gorgeous.
But
Would give all our team more time to work on it, make better videos. The editors have more time.
okay,
Would
so
help.
what you guys don't see right now is there are 4 people behind the cameras. They are very thin. I mean, they haven't been fed for weeks, and they are crying because that's the treatment they get to work with Alexander. And actually, if people could see them, that would be really hard. But guys, next year we're gonna feed you, okay, before you come, so you're gonna be able to talk about us the right way. And yes, we gotta give you beds and pillows, and you gotta sleep instead of being on the floor. I swear to you, you're gonna feel so much better. This is it for you as well. Code 1159. Remember, we love you. Okay?
Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, Christian is laughing. That's good.
Okay.
Thank you. All the best. I have to say my final words still for the interview.
Okay.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you like what we're doing, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our videos. And if you have any comments to make, and I hope you have, and if you have any comments to make, please use the comment section underneath. It's François-Henry Bennahmias and Alexander in saying goodbye.